My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like times like these that make me say, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like we can bring them so my straight. Yeah, I'm sacrificing the price. My life be like living like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. Yeah, more feelings I be more like you. Yeah, I got to put the
That's definitely a Monday.
It is.
That one end early.
I need to add some more Nappy Roots to my playlist. It's been I used to have a lot of it on there, but I don't currently. Yeah, man, it's Monday. I feel like that used to be one we played on Friday a lot. Maybe it's because like fuck it, it's the end of the week, but it's also really fitting to a Monday. You know,
to me, it's much more of a Monday thing because that's how I feel more on a Monday than
Gotcha.
Like, you know, I'm like I'm ready to trash the week instead of like at the end of the week I'm okay with the week, you know, because it's like whatever, you know, it's been done. But at the beginning of the week, it's like everything goes to hell as soon as you wake up. Like nothing goes right for you.
Yeah, I try to make it a point to like make my schedule so I don't have to like work on Mondays, you know, because like they tend to suck. I went out, I had to went kayaking this morning. Okay, isn't that pretty? So when I was gone, I got there like 6:30 for this. Yeah, it's a nice little lake. This is the only like access. It's sort of a boat ramp.
Makeshift boat ramp.
yeah, it's small. It used to be surrounded by like orange groves on one side, but they just took them out so you can see the road from it. But it's still not bad. I got there like 6:30. There's only a couple houses on it.
Hey, some of those spots are the best spots, you know. Like
makes me wish I was into taking pictures, man. 'Cause there's like pretty birds and there's blue herons and stuff. You know,
I don't know, man. Like there's some like some of it is like, you know, yeah, this would look really cool as a picture, but also, dude, I don't know. Me personally, I kind of snapshot in my head, you know, like, oh, this looks great. Like this is, you know, this is something that like I can, you know, store back, you know, whatever. It's like I don't need a picture to see it. And even if I did take a picture of it, it wouldn't be like what I see, you know.
Like I totally agree, but like if I was someone like Steve who's like good at it, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, you get some good pictures. Me, they come out shitty, and I'm like, you know, I'm not. Photography isn't my thing. It's not my bag. So I'm like, I'm better off just like you, just sailing by, looking at the bird, appreciating it, than spending too much trying to capture it. And I'm not downplaying anybody who does that by any means, Steve.
Yeah, it's put a lot of effort into taking a good picture. I mean, you can take these pictures. It's more for the memories.
Yeah. You know, I wish I was better about taking pictures sometimes, you know, for sure. But I try to not be so, because whenever I see something cool on the farm, I instantly go, I gotta get the phone out. Like, just enjoy the fucking baby goat. Like, you don't have to post the fucking video, you know?
Yeah.
Well, like, okay,
well, it's, so to me, it's like, I think the best pictures are like in the moment pictures. To me, like the Photoshop-esque kind of look at this skyline kind of thing. To me, those don't do anything justice, but like seeing people out there doing stuff and, you know, chilling and stuff like that. To me, that
from the bushes tray.
yeah, I'm just like, here, I see people. Like
people out there. What do you got to say, Steve? We'll have the expert weigh in.
Well, no, I mean it's okay. So I'm going to Europe next week, and I don't even know if I'm going to bring a camera. I don't know if I want to.
Oh, raw dogging it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, it's so if I go, then I got to bring all this gear.
You can't raw dog it on Spirit Airlines. So that's for
sure. No Spirit Airlines, man. We're flying the Fatherland's airline. But it's
Deutsche Air.
No, Lufthansa. I always want to say Lufthansa.
I thought Lufthansa flew on Spirit.
Lufthansa, yeah. But yeah, so we're flying that one. But I don't want to bring all the gear. Like, because I can't just bring one camera. I can't just bring like one camera, one lens, man. I got to bring everything, and that's the problem with it. Is like, so when you're saying like what you're saying about, you know, get in the moment, but you want it to look the way it looks, and it doesn't look that way because it's on a phone, and Yeah, but like then you got to bring all the crap, and you're Photoshop and stuff, and you're spending hours on it. So it's like by the time I'm done with the photo, I'm like, whatever. Like I've spent hours on it. Like I don't care anymore.
I'm done with this.
Yeah. Yeah. So it gets old quick. But the problem is that it's ruined me because I can't just take pictures for fun anymore. So
it's a low level bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, see, I guess I have the opposite problem with like my work because if I do any of my work outside of work, it's actually more fun than my actual work. You know, like for you, I guess it's different because it's like, oh man, it's all kind of the same thing.
But,
for me,
but I've been assured if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, bullshit.
Ooh, that's a fine line to walk, man. Yeah, it really is. Because like what you said, Trey, like I feel that like working on cars, like if I'm building a stereo, like a trunk panel for like a friend or family member, I love it. Like it's fun. If I'm doing it for a customer, it's tedious and I have anxiety and whatever, and it's work. Same thing with like working on my own cars. Like, like I like, working on my truck or my own vehicles. But that's like my job though. So like when I go to work, I'm like, fuck. Like doing it for other people sucks, but like doing it for myself, I can enjoy it, crack a beer, put on some tunes. It's my shit. I only have to please myself, Yeah, it can be a lot more enjoyable.
You're going to have somebody complaining to you of like, oh, this isn't quite what I wanted. You put the wrong kind of 12 in here or something like that.
Yeah, you can think more like creative liberalism or whatever the word would be. You can do it how you want, or like if it's for a buddy or something. Oh, I thought this would be cool. You don't gotta clear it with the customer and blah blah blah. And they're gonna leave you a bad review or not pay you or some shit. You know what I mean? Over some little bullshit. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, occasionally you get to work on a celebrity's car like Casey Anthony.
Yeah, hey man, that was a fun week. That was the shop was all of Twitter when we found out who. I mean, just having a big booty, like kind of cute chick in there is always fun, anyhow. But yeah, when we I probably told the story on the show before, but yeah, when we found her jail ID in the car, like her like laminated pass, and we're like, why the fuck does this chick have Casey Anthony's fucking laminated jail ID? Like, what the fuck is going on? And
she's had a few boob jobs since then. All the money
she gained some weight, and like so it kind of looked like her. We're like, I guess it kind of looks like her. I mean, the only other thing is this was some huge like fan, like some morbid fan or some shit who like bought the jail pass on eBay or something. Like that's the only other thing. But so we asked my buddy who is the the salesman. We go, dude, how'd she pay? And he goes, credit card. And we're like, you got to get an ID. Did you not hear the new policy that we have to get an ID? When you take a credit card, he's like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Let me go ask her for that ID, but the ID was, I'm not going to say it, but it was a different name, but it was similar. You know what I mean? Like maybe some middle names got rearranged, to be a first or last name kind of thing.
Well, I know that she had like a falling out with her parents or whatever the whole thing. So maybe I think she.
Why?
I think she may have changed her last name or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, you're like the most hated woman in America, like still. I mean, you're like rivaling Hillary. So like, it's it's a good idea. But I mean, she was very nice to us. Had a couple interactions with her.
So you're all gonna yell at me, but I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
It was a big thing in like 2010-ish. This chick.
Yeah, it was like national news.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was in Florida, of course, Orlando area. And the girl, basically, the story was at the time she had dropped her kid off with the babysitter, and then the babysitter kidnapped her. But this happened like a month ago, and they never reported it. And then it unfolded that like, oh, that's probably not what happened. And then they found remains nearby, and there was things like, we might have been talking about this, and we're talking about this somewhere. That like Google, that's really why like
Googling stuff
search history is like a whole thing, because they brought into the court like that, like she had Googled how to make chloroform and like how to get rid of a body. And
Okay, I remember this one now.
Yeah. So that was, and she ended up getting off with like lying to the police was like her only actual charges they found her guilty of. So she did like a few months. Yeah.
And I think she got out early on, good behavior too, which is like
and it was showing her like going out and partying. And of course, there's paparazzi stuff. So like she feels no remorse, and I mean, she's probably a piece of shit. She probably,
I mean, you murdered your own child. I mean, kind of. I mean, like other than like the like even abortion aside, like seeing your born child and murdering it is like another level.
Yeah, I think no matter how you feel about like abortion, you can see there's a much more overt act going on. Killing a 4-year-old kid. that's a late term abortion.
Well, you got to make it to that festival when you're a scumbag at music festival.
Yeah, just the prom night dumpster, baby. That was I think that was a Family Guy bit. I think it was Family Guy.
But my story's real sad or something like that.
The whole musical number. And I'm taking a stroll, swinging the umbilical cord. Oh Christ, that's something.
So bad.
Well, here's something that's something. This chick, you guys might have seen clips of her, but I was actually perusing the Instagram the other day. She has a whole feed. She has a boyfriend. She's getting married and stuff. I don't know if this is something that you guys could deal with.
Hi, everybody. I'm trying Smoothie King with Colin. And we have a gladiator smoothie with dick, with community dick. Dispose of that dick. Get rid of that dick.
Peanut butter and banana.
Peanut butter and banana smoothie. It's chocolate with whey protein. Chocolate whey protein.
So what? You don't like her hairdo or makeup? What's the deal?
All day. Suck a dick. God damn.
That's great.
Yeah, so this is. I usually get the strawberry gladiator with banana, but I was like, I've really craved.
Part of me is like, okay, this would be a lot of fun.
Black dick.
Okay.
That is something that happens in public.
I knew that's where you were going. All right.
Anyways, I just really craving a chocolate smoothie. God damn. That's it. That's it. New year, new dick.
See, this is fun in private for
Yeah, it's a cool party trick.
Yeah, you don't need to publish that and put it on the internet. Yeah. The world does not need to see that.
Yeah, dude, they were part of it. I think it was a TLC show.
Oh my god.
So she's got a twin sister who does not. And there's this clip. It's got to be.
Does she
like
have Tourette's, or is that just she just acting like?
No, she. I mean, unless you believe that Tourette's is fake, which some people do.
I do.
Then, like that's me. Then I would say yes, it's real. There's some really funny videos of her with her sister that you probably seen where she's like, Casey has crabs. No, I don't. Casey has a vagina. I do. Casey has a penis. I don't.
So she's just that quirky, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she's cute.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give her that. Like at least she's not just like sitting there and like telling him like how stupid he is or how he's doing everything wrong. So like to me that's like a plus 100 for your rating, and it on the women's evil score or whatever. Like they're less terrible women if they're at least not berating the guy that they're with in front of the camera.
Yeah,
I'm not really tapped in with the culture with the kids anymore, but I remember a few years ago there was that whole trend of all these girls that are autistic and they have to film themselves, and then they get DID, the dissociative identity, which is just a gay way of saying they're schizophrenic.
Yeah,
but that was like a whole thing for a while. Is that still going on?
Yeah, all over the place. That's why every woman in every car films videos of them yelling.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I guess that was every woman.
I mean, that's just a woman.
You know, the psycho women. Now you're seeing guys do it, but that's because like some of them are just gay.
I don't know. There's I feel like there's something to the car video. Like even if I dislike the car video in some ways, I feel like there's some sort of completeness to the car video. You don't have to worry about like there's nothing about like this video looks horrible because this person has zero light in their house. They look like they're filming in a dungeon.
Good
And
acoustics in a car.
good acoustics in the car. It doesn't sound, muffled or anything.
There's no echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop trying to rationalize their faggotry.
Do people still do like food reviews in their cars? I remember that was like a trend for a while.
They still do, but I mean,
Unfortunately,
it's
they
way
do.
less.
Well,
Like you remember that?
I think the
There was
I think the
one
mukbang
nerdy white
videos
guy
died,
that
though.
would dress up in a suit and go to like Taco Bell. I remember those.
Yeah, that guy's funny. That guy's hilarious because he reviews all the fast food, and he's like, I think that's the guy. My disappointment is measurable, and my day is ruined. Right? That guy that you're talking about.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's still doing reviews. He reviewed the latest. I forget.
Good for him.
The new one of the new chicken sandwiches or something like that. And I thought that was hilarious. I think he reviewed the Big Arch too. That one was funny. That's why it's just for the humor for me, for him, like sitting there and watching him go in a suit and do that. But I think the mukbang videos kind of died though. I didn't like watch these, but like normally
Who wants to watch people
really,
eat unless you're a pervert?
Yeah, well, unless you have a weird fetish. But
I said pervert.
I mean, to me, fetishists and perverts are a little bit different. Like I classify them differently.
There's the Venn diagram.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I thought perversion was the overall umbrella, and then your fetishes would hang out within that.
I think you can.
Or
be
is
somewhat,
like a deeper, darker thing to you?
Yeah, to me, pervert is like the people you don't want to do a fetish with. I guess
because pervert is something you yell pervert and point a finger.
Yeah.
You don't yell fetishist. Okay.
There's also levels to it because you got the old man that like flirts with cute young girls. That's like, oh, that pervert,
Yeah.
As long as he keeps his hands kind of to himself, it's cute.
Yeah.
You're allowed to get away with comments when you're an old man for sure.
Yeah, but to me,
If I
like
was
the
60 years
fetishes-
younger.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Like, and what was so funny is like being a waiter as a dude, and then being having the women waiters like tell me like stories of like what these old men are saying to them, and I'm like, my God, like I can't believe. And he would one of them like even said it in front of it like his wife, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's the dudes that say in front of their wife, you're like, wow, that's a little weird.
Well, the inverse of it is when you're the guy and like the old ladies are fucking molesting you. I mean, I may know a guy that had that happen to him.
There was it was the weirdest interaction I had.
School teachers now?
No, when you're doing service stuff and then they try to tip you by sticking the money in your front pocket.
Yeah. Yeah,
when I delivered pizzas, we got that, but we didn't push back on that stuff.
Well, this would have been like post Cougar. This would have been like an old alley cat at this point, or whatever that is after that.
Yeah.
The old ladies.
No, thank God I never reached that point.
Not MILF behavior. It's it's advanced. More like GILF behavior than MILF behavior. But no, the one that I remember the most is it was so weird because this mother and daughter came in there and they would request me, apparently that's what they told the seating people, the hostess would say. She would like they requested you, and then so they would sit in my section, and they were just, it was just the mom and daughter, and they would make all these nice comments. They were really nice to me. They tipped me pretty well, and and they just asked me about stuff about me, and I was like, I don't know.
They're
like,
into you.
Yeah, but like, I didn't know. Being a naive like 19-year-old, I didn't really like push anything, and like I was like, and they were like, we I forget.
They didn't try to hire you to come clean their pool.
Yeah.
I thought
and
that's where it
where
was going.
this?
I thought that's where it was going. Hey, you know, and given how much I made, you know, waiting tables, I might have considered it. You know?
Hey, why don't you smile a little bit more, huh? Go ahead, wear this nice thing I got you.
Yeah.
Shit. You get Trey in a Speedo and find out he's actually covered in tats like this guy.
How many? How many? 16.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was David Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China for a second.
News. I show you.
Oh my
Woo!
god.
Figured all the wrong people knew who I was anyhow. Figured I'd throw up the signal.
Oh! Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude, big silent film fan.
You know, I couldn't remember why I saved this video and where it was going.
Okay, thank you.
Dude, Charlie Chaplin's a man.
Yeah. Hey man,
God.
when you're a buff, you're a buff. Yeah. I don't think any of us expected that.
Nope. So if you guys have any of you watched Fallout? I think Dad, you said you did.
Mm-hmm.
I watched
Yeah,
the first season.
We're in
I think
season
I'm
2
caught
right
up.
now. I think it's well done. I think it's very well
Yeah,
done.
man, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple cringe moments, but other than that, I like it. So
Yeah,
Well,
there's
at least-
a few things that are like somebody tried to sneak in a joke there and it didn't land very well, but
yeah,
I like
I think
it.
I know which one you're talking about, but yeah.
But I do like it.
Yes,
There's
Yeah.
one character on there I think they should replace, but
which one?
the knight
Brotherhood of Steel guy.
yeah, he's annoying.
Oh yeah, the Brotherhood. Yeah, I don't think I think the Brotherhood is the weakest part of that whole story.
Yeah, they're so much cooler in the games.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
more depth
that's
in the
fair.
games.
Yeah, they make him really faggoty in this.
I'm probably not gonna watch it anytime soon, but I know that they're gonna focus on New Vegas for season 2, and I don't
They're
know.
gonna ruin it. Yeah.
Yeah, did they already tried to turn Caesar's Legionnaires into the fucking new Nazis or something? I'm sure they did that.
We
I don't know. I didn't necessarily get that vibe. I just
think
thought it
we're-
was funny. Macaulay Culkin was one of them.
Oh, for real? That's awesome.
Seriously, isn't that? I think we're 2 episodes into the second season. Or we just finished the first episode yesterday. I don't remember, but it's different enough from most stuff out there. But I did see some. I don't know. You guys ever watch Silo or read the books?
Mm-mm.
Silo's on Apple, and it is phenomenal. It is one of
I've
the
never heard
better
of it.
things that have come out in the last couple of years. That is a great show. So if you ever get a chance, watch Silo. But the book is good too. I started listening to the book recently.
Oh, you're an audiobook guy?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I've spent a lot of
That
time in
was
the car, so
Yeah, sometimes I got time, man. You know, I go to Miami for fucking work. I'm in the car for 8 hours. It's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna crush some books.
This is going to sound
Yeah.
terrible, but I kind of want to listen to Tim Curry's audiobook now because I just found out yesterday that he recorded all the audio after he had his stroke and he was insistent on narrating it.
That would be fun.
Dude, so there was a program in prison years ago, probably still happens, where inmates would actually record audiobooks. And somewhere there exists an audiobook recording of the Bible by a serial killer. And
my
I don't know why, but I really want a copy of it.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It's the Bible, but you know.
Who was it? Anybody famous?
I don't remember the name. I don't think it's anybody super big. Or somebody of note, you know, who killed a bunch of people. I do not remember the details. I could probably look it up, but I don't care that much. I've been into a lot of documentaries
I
recently.
mean, context matters. Like, I would want to read anything Ted Kaczynski wrote, personally, but you know.
Yeah, you know, yeah, there you go. Hey, maybe slipped in some Easter eggs for you.
wait, what?
Hold on. Here we
You
go.
said
Yeah.
nothing, Ted Kaczynski
Production.
wrote?
What the heck?
Oh yeah,
Like,
Ted
not
Ted
bringing
wrote books while he was
audio.
Ted wrote books while he was in prison. They're actually one of his best
with
ones he
his
wrote while
original
he was in
bone
prison.
structure. I watched 5 children enter the factory that day, and only one left with his original bone structure. Oompa, loompa, doompity-doo. I've got another puzzle for you. When this case first went public, I received a cease and desist from Mr. Wonka in the form of a singing telegram. And I took that as a threat.
I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't.
Mr. Wonka has referred to his employees as replaceable. I would like to see Mr. Wonka attempt to reverse a marshmallow explosion. Have you ever had to row a boat down a chocolate river while a Victorian child screams in German? Anyone?
You're an inhuman monster!
Reckless endangerment, child mutilation, Class A FDA violation. Not once was emergency services called. Not once, not even when that girl was getting ripped to shreds by a squirrel.
Help. Police.
All the
That's
OG
obstruction of
files.
justice. That's obstruction of justice with gobstoppers.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
The only union that Mr. Wonka supports is the union between capitalism and child endangerment. The chocolate river will run red with blood.
The suspense is terrible. I hope it'll line up.
I like it. It's funny. The voice though, if he could have like got an actor that didn't sound like they enjoy ketamine too much.
Yeah, true.
I need a little more oompa in that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I like to use real midgets these days, though.
Thanks, Dinklage.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
sorry,
it's
little
not,
people.
it's not like in the 70s, man, where every movie had a midget in it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Especially all the
Yeah.
vampire
Cool.
movies. They all had midgets in them.
Go Warwick Davis. Could play anything.
So
Those
somebody
movies
saw
like-
Warwick Davis out in public eating an ice cream cone, riding one of those little hoverboard things, the 2-wheel things. It was just kind of funny watching him rolling down the street in like England eating an ice cream cone. I don't know. I have to find that video. Somebody can pull it up.
That's weird.
I don't know why. It makes no sense, like in reality, but I really wanted you to say one of those things, you know, where you put a quarter in. It's like a little horsey outside of like the grocery store. Remember when you were a kid? Remember
Yeah.
those things used to
Those
exist?
used to be a
Little rides?
penny, man.
Yeah. And see him eating an ice cream cone, riding one of them.
What was that movie where the chick does it?
That's ableist to me. I should make jokes like that.
Wasn't there like a Jim Carrey movie who did that? Or, I don't remember.
There was a movie in the
No.
90s that's like a meme.
What, riding one of the little things? Even as a kid, I thought those things were lame. It's like, okay, this isn't going anywhere, you know?
It just seems like something. That seemed like it was like a Fairley Brothers movie, right? It wasn't Kingpin, was it? I'm trying to think.
Oh, Kingpin's good.
Oh, Kingpin is hilarious.
I think it's underrated.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
So here, I'll put it in the StreamYard. There you go. There's the meme. I don't know what movie it's from. I just know the meme.
Oh, shit.
It's like
Oh
from
my
the
God.
90s movies.
Can we show
don't know
this
if
when
we
it's
can-
family friendly?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's from a 90s movie about like about I don't know, about a mall or something like that. It's like the only
just
scene
riding
that
a
was ever
fucking
taken.
horse. There's nothing
Yeah.
sexual about that unless you make it sexual. I mean, who could look at that and think anything sexual about that? What kind of pervert? Here we go. Pervert
Dude, that's a
classification.
pervert. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
what
pervert.
kind of, oh, I was gonna say who could see that and think anything. That makes you the pervert, Trey.
I mean,
The rest of us just see a woman
I-
riding a
I
horse.
will- See, call me a pervert. It's okay. Yeah, having natural male sexual urges is, is a pervert apparently nowadays, according
Yeah.
to
Yep,
all women.
That's a perversion.
Yeah.
How dare you? How
Like
dare you?
yesterday at the market, man. Oh, dude, like all the
I
freaks.
feel like you were
around, man.
imitating someone there. That
No.
like that was a
Yeah, you know that doing a Thurnberg.
Thurnberg. Yeah.
remember
yeah,
that? Remember how dare you? Remember that, guys?
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. You can use it anywhere. How dare you? But you know, it has to be obviously something that's not an actual egregious offense. Otherwise, you're just actually saying, "How dare you?" It has to be an overblown mountain out of a molehill kind of thing. So what if we're all gonna melt in 10 years? I need air conditioning.
Yes, we all do.
Oh, mercy.
That's what separates us from the rest of the world is we have air conditioning.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to make an effort to go out and do more nature shit because I do a lot of
nature.
You guys know I don't
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of political bitching, but my thing is, recently has been Florida getting destroyed and, blah, 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 overdevelopment. And it's caused me to almost become somewhat political. I'll share this with the world now, but I told you guys, in order to vote in the Florida primary, because I want to vote for the Department of Agriculture commissioner, I had to go register as a Republican. We're now looking at a Republican. It is. I've been no party affiliation since I was 18. I had to break the news to my parents. It was a whole thing. I did feel like I had to take a deep breath and tell them in a calm manner, but main thing being,
I did a hard thing. Parent, mom, dad. Today I did a really difficult.
Did your mom clutch her pearls and your dad?
No, I haven't told my mom yet. I haven't talked to her on the phone yet. It's a conversation. I gotta,
ease into it.
Yeah. That's not something you just drop by text. So, and no, my parents aren't liberals. They're just,
I'm just
they don't know what a trans is. They just,
Stop being nice to them people,
Yeah, no, it's nothing like that. It's more like, financial, environmental reasons, but
yeah.
They're, old school, how, Democrat, used to be a different thing. Anyhow, that's not important.
Oh yeah.
But actually, a funny story to tell about my dad and the trans. But I'm like, I'm a big person.
Not
of,
that
one
he
of the
was
reasons I don't.
One,
Well, I don't know, nothing like that. No, it wasn't like an after the fact. Oh my God, what? Nothing like that. But that's why I don't like do political. I'm like, just do what you can in your life that actually you have influence on to make your life better. That's my thing. Don't waste a lot of ulcers and shit worrying about shit you can't control. But I'm like, I don't get out in nature in the Florida I love nearly enough with how much I bitch about it being destroyed. The power I have to stop that is very little. So the least I can do is get out and enjoy it while it's still there, before this lake I was kayaking on this morning has a subdivision around it. You know what I mean? One day that'll be the case. So,
well, unfortunately, that's why a lot of people end up, getting involved, because it's like, okay, you messed with something that I like, and I want somebody who's gonna go in there and say no.
It's so close to home, because that's the thing. People who say, "Oh, you shouldn't completely vacate." They'll tell me, because I'm like, I don't fuck with politics. So you shouldn't vacate it totally. Local politics and this and that. And what really there's a data center that they're trying to put in the town near me. And I mean, to be honest, would it really affect my life? No. But I mean, my thing is we are out of water. So any new development, they're closing down, and it's actually, I'm kind of pleased to see they're closing down golf courses in the village because they can't water them. And I'm like, cool. Typically the way that would go is they'd get to keep being watered, and we, the citizens wouldn't have water, So, there's some things that are positive, but the really the big thing that was frustrating about the data center is okay, there was the 5 city commissioners who are obviously paid off, and putting this thing in, and the way that they spoke to the citizens at all the town hall meetings where people are coming out and being like, we don't want this here.
They're stupid. You don't understand why you need it. That's
dude, exactly. I mean, a scolding, you guys, and oh, what? Because you don't think that your own town is smart enough to work there? Oh, that's, you're selling yourself short. It's they're miners and fucking construction workers.
We had the reverse of that though here, Dag, because we got a they were gonna have a chicken rendering plant, or chicken and pork rendering. It was gonna be I think sort of a feeder for one of the major meat suppliers, and then they were basically going to have how rendering goes with processing animals and everything.
Yeah,
So
it's not a pleasant part.
yeah, and so they were gonna have the plant over here, and they were gonna like plop it over here near kind of where we have a river and everything. And so everybody's like, we don't want our like rivers ruined with all this mess. And then the city and county commissioners are all like, no, this is great. This will bring a whole bunch of jobs. And then we look at the number. It's like, okay, well, maybe 100 jobs. They're not, they're low wage jobs. They're not like good jobs.
It's rendering chicken fucking innards. Dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
jobs
and
anybody wants.
they tried to tell us that we like that we had so many dumb people, instead of like what you were saying, like, oh, you've got enough smart people here to work it, or like at a data center or whatever. They pitched it the opposite way of like, oh, we've got too many stupid people and we need them to all be working. So
look, McDonald's is full. Okay, we need somewhere else to put these people. Well, yeah, it was the same thing. They're like, with this, it's like 50 jobs at this whole data center, and so it's probably janitors and like IT people who, Steve, where do you think the IT people are going to be coming from?
Yeah.
And they'll be, they're. Yeah, so like, and again, it's only 50 jobs there, and people are like, it'll bring billions to the local economy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, the Culvers. Someone will so go get lunch at the Culvers from time to time.
You don't want me to start talking about this.
No, I know. That's why I cued you.
You do not want me. No, it's not even the issue of like who the people are going to be working. It's what it's really for and who's actually paying for it. Like, it's being shoved down our throat for a reason.
Right, and so even
here's
like,
where I go
I
full Alex Jones, man.
well, here's the thing. I'll even, just for argument's sake, I'll withdraw all tinfoil hat, and I'll say that I don't mind AI, and I don't think they're trying to lock us in a cage. Whatever. Let me withdraw all that. But it's just like, even like at that, like this thing, they're building it. It's like the first hyperscale one, so it's like 1,000 acres, dude. It's insane.
They're all that way though.
But I guess a lot of them are like a couple hundred acres. This one, and I know they're building a lot of big ones all over. Maybe this is the first hyperscale one in Florida or something, but it's really big. But they don't have. There's no end user. There's no buyer yet. The builder is from out of state, so there's just nothing. Like, they don't even know who's going to use it or what's going. There's a lot of
government. What do you think?
So it's not like what you're saying is it's not even Google, it's not even Amazon, it's not any of those.
It's nothing yet. They're going to build it, and then somebody might move in.
Sell it.
Which might mean it's a secret government one, right? Because they're not saying, "Hey, we're building a big government." We don't know. It might be something cool like Google, and then it turns out it's a fucking CIA or some shit.
The Google ones are probably already the government ones, if we're being honest. So.
Yeah, there's what, 6 of 1, right? Yeah.
It's all gonna be federal government. It's all gonna be flock camera stuff, and it's just set to control. That's all it is. Yeah. Sorry, it's just it is.
I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
One of these data.
I can't paint it in a light where I love it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I know facilities have to be, we're using the internet now, and facilities have to be built for that sort of stuff to work. Like, I'm not, I'm not anti-capitalist or anything. You guys know me, but I don't know. I feel like we have a whole desert of empty space with like tons of, like, you can pull tons of solar power these things in the middle of nowhere where no one would give a shit. And there's probably a regional thing. They probably have to be close, but like still.
It is funny though that like for all the stuff to me, this points to a lot of like what people's like intentions are, because like Elon will talk about, hey, solar power is great, and also, America can, build technology and all this kind of stuff. And then he moves to like Texas of all the places, and then instead of like Arizona or somewhere like deserts in Nevada, and build out all of these data centers and stuff out there. And I guess the idea is that like maybe some of those don't have the water processing to feed some of that. Like, but to me, I don't think you need like so much water that it's going to.
Oh, they keep telling me that. Well, here's the other thing: is when they first hit us with the proposal for the one here, they're like, it'll use X amount of water, you know? And we're like, okay, we can't support that. And they go, oh, never mind. It'll only use this amount of water, like a fraction of it. And I'm
It's
like,
bumping it
yeah.
up.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's going to end up being the bigger one. And they're like, okay, it's a closed loop system or whatever. But like, dude, when they have maintenance, they got to flush that shit, you know? And the thing is, we're not allowed to fucking water our shit right now. Like, we don't have water. Like, we are like a several year drought. Florida's already finicky. There's too many fucking people here. It's like we already, and I'm not like, you guys know me. I'm not a capitally fucking crazy environmentalist or anything. Like, this is,
You're not the hippy dippy hippie. You know?
yeah. Like, I mean, this is,
But
I mean,
I'm
there's
more
limitations.
of an environmentalist than I used to be.
Yeah,
And I don't
lowercase
think-
e
I don't think
environmentalist.
these-
You know, you're
I
not a
don't think
kook.
these- No, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Not
think these data centers are good for us, but like I don't think a lot of things are good for us. Like,
Yeah. I mean, to have civilization or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like, obviously, you know, you're going to have to mow over some nature, but there's ways to do it where you don't. I think it's very short sighted to think that, oh, it's just us versus nature and we don't need any of that shit. You know, I think once something's gone from the DNA pool on this planet, that's a loss. You know, but like, for instance, here, like the way they used to build neighborhoods, they'd come into a wooded area, clear out a spot for the house, put the house in and this and that. And now they clear out all the trees, lay down a pad of clay so no water can absorb back into the ground. Everything gets run off, you know, collects all the fucking fertilizer and all the shit off the road, you know, all the oil, takes it straight to the waterways, you know, with stormwater type systems. They replant a couple piddly fucking trees, you know, and they don't have to make sure they have these resources available before they put in a neighborhood. You know, a lot of palms get grease and it's just really gross and it's not the right way to do things. You know, people got to live somewhere. I'm cool with that, you know, but you know, just, yeah, take a pause, figure it out, you know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like, just it to me, it's more of like you need to consider all the factors and not just like we need houses and we need to like lay it down and I think a lot of it is to the sort of like cookie cutter approach that they're taking with a lot of the houses and stuff like that. So it, like you said with the clay, it's like, okay, I can just lay a bed of clay that can be flat. I can slap the foundation of the house on top of that, you know, and then I can slap, you know, piece it together, like, you know, put the box together as
They're
it
shitty
were.
houses, dude,
Yeah, yeah,
for like $600,000. Oh, it's insane,
yeah.
dude. I mean, you can hear your neighbor flush the toilet. The lot's so small, you know. Yeah, it's
Well, and they don't, you know, they don't properly like soundproof. They don't, you know, they're not.
yeah.
They don't care about.
Oh yeah,
like,
they're cheap. If anybody, I mean, this goes for any house, but especially like in these neighborhoods, you can't rely on like the city inspector or whatever. Get a private inspection because everybody I know who's got a private inspection has been like, oh, this isn't the right kind of screws for hurricane safety. Like, I mean, just everything's wrong. Everything's cheap. Cut corners everywhere. My mom, when she had a place built, it was like a townhouse. And it was like a whole block of like these townhouses, and every single one of them had all these massive problems. She had her dryer vent. Like, she moved in, she was there like a month, and the dryer stopped working. She called someone to come take a look at it. The dryer vent didn't exit the building. It didn't go anywhere. It was just piling up. Like, it was just blowing into the wall, dude. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
That's how they insulate the walls.
It's all right. Guys,
Blowing all that dryer lint in there, that's your new insulation.
yeah,
And
yeah,
fire
that's
hazard.
one. I thought you wanted to be environmentally.
Well, and it's like, like even with our place, we had you know, something that I had to fix because they had the water runoff, and the water runoff would go behind the AC, you know, the heat, you know, central AC unit and everything. So you would sometimes get you know, the runoff, and it wouldn't, because it wasn't properly angled and everything, it wouldn't run off and you know,
You're saying
go,
the AC condensation?
well, no,
Like
this
goes into
is
the tray, then runs out of the house.
yeah, the AC
Okay.
condensation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the condensation would especially when it was rainy, it was real bad because if it was hot and rainy, then sort of the combination of the condensation running off and then also the rain pooling up would then seep into there where the, you know, underground where the unit was, and kind of mess with the unit and everything. So, or the mud would get so bad that it would stop off and cut itself off. So I had to go in there and I had to change a part for it one time because you know, it had corroded off, like the whatever, I guess the switcher on that had corroded off. And dude, it's just like no thought of, hey, let's plan ahead. That's the whole thing, is like there's no consideration of, when I'm building it, is this going to be something inhabitable for someone, and is it going to be something that is good for the land itself? No, it's just, let me slap a house. That's why I don't like some of the people who are just like, we need to build more houses. I don't really think we need to necessarily build more, like just build more houses, like period. Because I think that's just a wrong way to go about it. You know, just the housing problem.
I agree, because I hear people who live in like very populated cities say like, oh, the issue with the housing crisis is just regulations, which I agree. I hate the regulations, but it's like, where are they going to put like all this housing you're talking about in your already overpopulated city?
Oh, but
You
they're
know,
not going to
like-
put it in mine. They're going to put it in somebody else's, not mine.
Yeah.
What? No.
somewhere else.
No,
but I mean,
we-
I agree. Building
we need-
regulations.
we need
They're gonna
low-
put like a vertical.
That's not the only factor. You know,
we need
It's gonna be a
low-income
big
housing in Trey's neighborhood, not in my neighborhood.
yeah,
Yeah.
right next to the drug rehab facility and homeless shelter.
Speaking of rehab,
Something my old man said before he was gone, because he used to build houses. Like back in the day, they'd build a house for like 30 years. Then you'd have to start doing like major repairs and stuff after 30 years, and then the standards went down. They were building them for 20 years, and then if the trend continues, they're using cheap material. But then you get like this overlap of like the 30 and the 20-year houses needing these big repairs and like parts and lumber and things like that, and that's going to like put a bottleneck on like the cost of like building supplies and for repairs and everything like that. And then you take into account like, how they've been doing, just hiring, cheap immigrant labor, or, just people that don't give a fuck and take shortcuts. So it's a lot of compounding problems all happening at once too.
Yeah. It makes everything more expensive. And then, it sucks too, because you get the people who, you get that house that's now going to shit. And that's the new young homeowners are moving in and buying it, and they got to fix all this stuff. It's not the first time I've heard somebody talk about them in that terms, like the 20, 30 year, it's the same thing with like a car, right? Like every, 90,000 miles, usually got to replace some shit, you get there's a time period where you got to do some maintenance.
Well, you got rid of all the cash for clunkers cars. A lot of those cars ran 300,000-400,000 miles, so the Jeeps were the big ones.
Well, my favorite was like those old Chevys that ran really, really well. That they were fucking pouring, what was that chemical basically into the engine to seize it up, so you couldn't reuse them.
No, that was the thing with the cash for clunkers, is that they had destroy the engine, so that you were never able to fix those engines again.
Government.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. It's for your own good.
Well, and they did that because everything.
That's.
Well, what was I watching the other day? Some dude bought a Ford like F-150, a brand new one, or not a brand new one, no, a newer one. But he got it home and he did some things to it, and he went to go change out the brakes in it, and you have to have a computer that opens up the thing for the brakes so that you can change the pads, and you cannot change it without this computer, and you can't buy the computer. Like, it is impossible to buy the computer unless you are a dealership. So you have to go to the dealership to get your damn brakes done, and the brakes are like $2,000.
You're better off trying to buy as old as you can, if like something you can actually work on and get parts for.
Yeah.
I know somebody had like a Volkswagen. It was a Subaru, and I can't remember the part that was on the engine. Basically, like the flap or some flap went bad, and it was causing like an error code, and like the car just wouldn't run, like it wouldn't start. So then, you think, oh, I diagnosed it, I figured out the problem, I'll just buy that flapper part. And it's like, no. You either got to take it to Volkswagen or Subaru. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Subaru. And have them do it. Or if you want to replace the part, you can't just replace that part. They sell you like a bundle of all these parts that are attached to it. So you have to replace like something that's like 4 or 5 times the cost of just that little part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of that going on. Lots of making shit out of plastic that shouldn't be plastic.
Well, it's 3D printer, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
Are they 3D printing car parts now? I don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Depends on what it is, but yeah, some of them are. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of accessories and stuff, and then it's like it'll be higher end 3D printing though, for that kind of stuff. Dude, some of the new prints, like people like at the farmers market who sell prints and stuff, they're using like these bamboo printers. And dude, like there's no layer lines like that you can see. The shit looks smooth. Like I still have my old, Ender 3. So there's layer lines. Like I use it to build tools and stuff. Like it's fine. But yeah, some of the new shit looks good. A lot of like the drone companies, like the drone parts you get, they'll be 3D printed. And I don't know if they're 3D printed here, if it's like in China they're doing it when they build the other stuff, or if the drone companies having some of the stuff built in China, but then 3D printing some of the stuff themselves.
I know you can get Glock switches on Etsy from China. I think they print those.
Whoa, that's a good way to get the ATF on us.
Easy, buddy.
Let's
I don't
not
know what you're talking about.
Let's not be too retarded here.
Yeah.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.